Joe from Christ Community Church, Calexico campus. You're listening to KGBA 100.1 FM Folkville and KROP 1300 AM Raleigh, your media missionaries in El Centro, keeping God before all.
Have you ever read the Bible, the entire Bible, cover to cover? If you have, then you understand how important it is. But perhaps you've tried one of those one-year reading plans, but after a few months you began to get sporadic in your reading, and after getting farther and farther behind, you just gave up. We understand, but we, like you, believe that reading the Bible from cover to cover is a tremendous asset to putting it into proper context and helping to know God in a more intimate way. So we want to help. What if you could finish in just 1 hour a day for 90 days? Well, you can, and we're going to do it with you. KGBA, in conjunction with Sullivan and Faith Comes by Hearing, will bring you the Bible in 90 Days audio reading plan. Open up your Bibles with us while you listen to a dramatized reading of the Scriptures from Genesis to Revelation for 1 hour each evening beginning at 7 p.m. I can't wait to see what God is going to do next. Can you? This is the beginning of the reading for day 55, Jeremiah chapter 11.
This is the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord.
Listen to the terms of this covenant, and tell them to the people of Judah and to those who live in Jerusalem. Tell them that this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Cursed is the man who does not obey the terms of this covenant, the terms I commanded your forefathers when I brought them out of Egypt, out of the iron smelting furnace. I said, obey me and do everything I command you, and you will be my people, I will be your God. Then I will fulfill the oath I swore to your forefathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, a land you possess today. I answered, Amen, Lord. The Lord said to me, proclaim all these words in the towns of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. Listen to the terms of this covenant and follow them. From the time I brought your forefathers up from Egypt until today, I warned them again and again, saying, obey me. But they did not listen or pay attention. Instead, they followed the stubbornness of their evil hearts. So I brought on them all the curses of the covenant I had commanded them to follow, but that they did not keep. Then the Lord said to me, there is a conspiracy among the people of Judah.
The other wide receiver. These guys are always looking for a big play, and with 6'6" Reed, look out for them. Their two slots are their two most dangerous players. Number 8 for the Central Spartans, Fernando Morales, is a senior. He is out of Mexicali, one of the students that's allowed to cross the border and go to school, and chose Central. Also number 14, and that is Gavin Marani. And Marani is a sophomore, 5'11", 175 pounds. So while the quarterback may be a senior, plenty in the Central arsenal going forward. Defensively for the Central Spartans, look for number 21, Brian Martin. And I believe his father is Brian Martin, and very, very famous Central High athlete was he, and is his son. At 6 foot and 230 pounds, he will be at defensive end. Another person to watch on defense, Danny, is number 54, defensive tackle Andrew Lugo. And Lugo, famous also Central name, and Andrew is 6'3" and 240. So as usual, Brawley will be dwarfed a little bit. Not as bad as usual, though.
Yeah. Well, going with the toss, Central wins the toss. They defer to the second half, so Brawley Wildcats are receiving the ball.
Okay, well, we're getting ready. That'll do it for the pregame show. For Danny Tombach, invite you to stay tuned to the Desert Review on Facebook and our live webcast. And we'd like to remind you that this webcast is being brought to you by A&R Construction Company, The Man Company on Main Street, Fry Chapel and Mortuary, Hart Insurance Centers in El Centro and Brawley, Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, El Centro, and Imperial, and Brownies in the Town Pump, which are one and the same right now. Right now, at this hour of the day, it is the Town Pump. Also brought to you by Brant Beef, Casbro's Design Shop, 760 Detailing, by Smith Kendall Insurance and Real Estate, Clayton Drain Tile Maintenance, Carter Taylor and Lidco, and the Dom Team for all your real estate needs. Also by Ojeda Industries, Doc Barnitsky and Vision Care, One World Beef Packers, and Desert RV, as well as OK Rubber Tire, Smith's Kickoff Parker Insurance Company, and Jordan Central Implements in Brawley, El Centro, and Indio. And we're ready for the kickoff. And the kick is going to go kind of sideways. I believe it'll be taken by number 24, Daniel Camilo Jr. Camilo looking for somewhere to go. Spins out of a tackle and picks up probably an extra 5 or 6 yards, Danny, on a nice run back.
Yep, nice run back by Dan Camilo. Tackled by number 9, Arturo Estrada from Central.
Okay, one of those receivers, just a freshman, and obviously going to be a force, and some name we're going to be saying for the next 4 years, Danny.
Right.
And again, this year, we'll be repeating that name come November when we get back to the Bell game. Tom Ronco, Danny Tombach, the Desert Review, everybody here for the 77th renewal of the Bell game. And suddenly we are taking a knee because we have an injured Wildcat. Not the way anybody wants to start their Bell game. But we've got the best in doctor's care down there for him. Dr. Farid, Dr. Lorenzo Suarez, former fullback for the Brawley High Wildcats, is observing. And Dr. Farid, a lot of people maybe don't remember, Danny, was the team doctor when I was athletic director, actually, back in the early 1990s. Right. When he came to the Imperial Valley, he took over. Getting up, and that's always a good sign. Number 22 for the Brawley High Wildcats, that's Dawson Figueroa. Among other things, Figueroa is our backup quarterback, so good to see him up, Danny. Yes, it is.
He's walking off he's on the side looking pretty good, so he just hopefully he's a cramp.
Yep, or a stinger.
Yeah.
They happen. We don't talk about them anymore, but they happen. Your quarterback is Ethan Torres. Your running back is Isaiah Young in motion. Figueroa for the Wildcats. And Young tries to run, and Young is going to get nowhere. So on first down, it didn't look like the kind of run we're used to seeing with authority. He kind of looking around, and tentative is not the word we want to hear tonight, Danny.
Right, and that offensive line right now, offensive line for Wildcats, is going to be working hard tonight. They have a good battle against them, against the defense of Central Spartans. They got some size. Central
with 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. They load up the left side against Gutierrez, who is in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, nobody's there, and that was just horrible. Apparently, not everybody was on the same page because he turned to his left to give the ball off, and Young ran to the right. So the hope might have been if Brawley took the opening kickoff, Danny, and was able to drive and score, that would be the first touchdown against Central and might kind of put a mindset. At the moment, 3rd and 10, the question is, can Brawley get a first down before giving up what might be some pretty good field position? Okay, the Wildcats are going to come out. They're going to put 2 receivers, a wide and a slot to the left. That's Figueroa. The single back is Isaiah, and they're going to do the toss, and Central is all over that. So Brawley fools absolutely no one, loses 3 yards on the opening drive, and they're going to be forced to punt.
No, first series for the Bell game. Always that first game jitters, so we'll see how it goes after this.
Okay, well, we kind of hope they get over those.
Yep.
And it is what it is, so now we're going to turn it around, Danny, and try to play some defense and get the football back. Good pressure, but they don't get him. It's going to be a punt taken on a 45. It's already in Brawley territory, and then a nice tackle over there. Nice submarine tackle. That fires up the Wildcats. Who made that tackle, Danny?
Cameron Gutierrez, number 4. Nice tackle by that kid. Nice tackle.
Got underneath the receiver, but unfortunately for the Wildcats, they are defending a short field to start the game. And with 9:45 to go, Central is going to take over in Brawley territory at the Brawley 45-yard line. Reed is in the shotgun, has a single back behind him. And now we're going to have, okay, so the little game jitters there too, Danny. You're right. Everybody got to kind of feel this out a little bit. And we're going to have a, oh no, it's against the, I thought it was motion. And it is game jitters. The Brawley defense jittery as the Brawley offense at the moment. Gives them 5 yards. Reed now with a 1st and 5, so we might look for a passing play, but yep, there it is. He throws out in the flat, has a man with nobody on him, and he's going to take it to the house. Brawley was nowhere near covering that. I don't know where that came from, but from the start, 14 for the Central Spartans, that's Gavin Mariani, was wide open, Danny, and nobody touched him.
Yeah, they had that play action pass, and we bit to the left side of the field, and Marion Gavini was open and took it in for a touchdown. All right, with 9 minutes, 37 seconds in the first quarter, Wildcats ran out 0 and Central Spartans 6. And PAT attempt right now by number 25 for the Central Spartans, which is Mylan Rodriguez. And the kick is up, and it's good. So, 9 minutes, 37 seconds. Wildcats 0, Central Spartans 7.
Okay, and we'll be back after this message.
Exciting Brawley High Wildcat football is brought to you by Desert RV, locally owned and operated by Joel Gonzalez. Joel and his crew offer RV storage and service and now offer auto body repair and paint as well as a full line of truck accessories. Stop by Desert RV at 1552 Main Street in Brawley or call them at 760-344-9200. Desert RV, a proud sponsor of Brawley Wildcat football.
Welcome back to Brawley Football. I hope you're enjoying the webcast. Tom Aronco, Danny Tombach, and return a couple of yards by number 24, Danny Camilo. And I'll tell you, if Brawley didn't know they were in a football game, they do now, Danny.
Yes, they do. Well, this is the second shot for the Brawley Wildcats offense. They should hopefully calm down a little bit and run their play, see what happens.
Okay, well, Brawley now a little bit loaded to the left. Again, a wide receiver in a slot, wide receiver to the right. Quarterback is Ethan Gutierrez. He's looking over what his possibilities are, and he takes the snap, and it's going to be kind of a little option play, and now Brawley's getting some forward traction. It's Isaiah Thomas. Nice read by Gutierrez, and pickup of about 2, Danny?
Yeah, about 2.5 yards.
Okay, so we'll make it 2nd and 7. Okay, so quick pickup, and again, that's got to feel good. Gutierrez again out of the shotgun with a lone back. Brawley again with the spread set, and the tight end, a double tight end actually, not a double wing. And they're going to go again, and this time he reads it, and Isaiah is going to be able to push the pile a little bit. Channy Self in there trying to get around and kind of gets knocked down, and the Central player wanted to give him like 5. Martin, say sorry about that, but Channy didn't want it. Channy would rather channel it in other ways.
Right. Well, positive yards there, another 3 yards, so it looks like we're about a 3rd and 5.
Okay, big 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. They need to hold on to the football. Central's already proven they can strike quickly, and with 8:15 to go, the Spartans are ahead in the 77th bell game, 7-0. Back to pass is Ethan Gutierrez. Gutierrez escapes it. Now he's going to run. And he jukes and goes down. But he spun himself around, but he is able to make the tackler miss him. And nice run by Ethan. And the Wildcats have their first down, and the crowd loves it.
Yes, and way to read the defense by Ethan. He saw no one was open. He ran the ball, eluded one tackle, and then knew where the first down mark was at, and made the first down.
All right, so Brawley with the first down of the game. Central got a first down and a touchdown all at once, so little bit even in one of those two categories. 7-0 Spartans, and here goes Isaiah, and Brawley just not able to keep that Central rush. That dive is not there. It worked a little bit on that option once, but the Wildcats now lose a yard, and
number 64 there, Jace Ramirez from Central on that tackle. He's
a load.
Yes, he is.
What is he? What's his?
Yeah, he is a junior this year, 5'11", 230.
Okay.
230 pounds.
All right, we'll give you the Brawley. We don't have any heights and weights. That's always a closely guarded secret. But we'll give you our offensive line here in a moment. Meanwhile, it brings up 2nd and 11. Gutierrez looking around. We'll try to pass. Again pressure, and he's going to go down. And we have a guest in the booth. Want to welcome Undersheriff. Okay. Federico Miramontes. I was talking about you and the family and the passing of course, of Joe. And we just, you make all of us at Brawley High proud. The alumni, you guys, you make all the years worth it. And
good for you.
Okay.
Hope you like wine.
Oh, thank you. And I get hey. Okay, I will. Good to see you, Freddie.
Thank you.
All right, well, what'd I miss, Danny? Oh, no, nothing. Third down.
Nothing yet.
No, Brawley taking their time. And here now Gutierrez is going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw. He's got Isaiah there. Isaiah manages to stay on his feet. And that's what they're going to have to do. If they're bringing the beef up the middle, Brawley's got to work the outsides, Danny Talbach, and they do it nicely.
Yes, they did. Central decided to blitz on that play, toward up the middle, and we did a bootleg pass to the outside, and that was enough for a first down. So that was more than enough for a first down.
Okay, so Brawley with their first sojourn to Central territory, trailing 7-0, but trying to, Coach John Self, if anything, is not going to lose any kind of cool over this. And Brawley now first down at the Central 46. And, that time that didn't work. Gutierrez went back, and right there in his face and having a few words is Martin. And we don't quite have an answer for that rush yet, do we, Danny?
Not yet, but Central's bringing down the house up the middle right now. So hopefully they keep doing that and we break it out to the outside. Maybe that play will keep working.
Okay, veteran team out there for the Central Spartans. Brawley again hit by graduation. Central was, but they reloaded with a senior quarterback, and that, just not missing too many beats down there. David Pena doing a good job as their head coach. 4:47 to go. Brawley now with a 2nd and 14. And everybody up in the box for Central. And here goes Isaiah. And Isaiah, he's going to pop one of those, but not this one. But good enough. Picks up about 10 yards, Danny. 9?
About almost 10. Yeah. All right. Yeah, almost 10 yards. Yeah, good play by Isaiah there. Way to keep his feet moving. And number 3 motioning on that play was Jaden Figueroa. He's somebody to look at too. He's always a threat for the Wildcats.
He's going to get a toss one of these days. That offensive line for Brawley, Brian Porportis is the center. Right guard, Seth Melendrez. Right tackle, Jonathan Garcia. Left guard, Adam Salazar. Left tackle, Tomas Rubio. We've been trying to run behind Tomas, but they know that too. And here goes number 6, just kind of a straight ahead play for the Brawley Wildcats. And
number 52 on the tackle for Central is Matthew Moreno. He's a senior also. So like you said earlier, Tom, we do have a veteran team out here for the Central Spartans.
Okay, number 6 for the Wildcats on the carry, as Danny said. And that's JJ. He's a senior and probably fired up. And then trailing 7-0, you're not going to get much besides 20 yards on a punt. If you punt it deep, they get it at the 20. If you don't, okay. So Brawley, with their first 4th down, put a man in motion. They're going to give it to Isaiah, and Isaiah's going to get there. I believe he's going to get there. Flag comes in late, I believe. Did I see a late flag down there?
I saw a flag.
Down there leading the blocking was Jaden Figueroa, trying to push everybody forward. Also big number 56 for the Brawley High Wildcats. That's Cody Kupnick, and Cody doing a good job. And they're going to give it a first down to Brawley. And JJ, one of the referees, is talking to one of the Central players. I guess they didn't like something, but for the moment they're keeping it on the lighter side. So with 3 minutes to go, Brawley goes on a 4th and about 6 and gets it with number 23. And the Wildcats just trying to... This is what I was hoping for in the first drive, Danny. We're playing a little catch-up. Central 7, Brawley nothing. Don't go anywhere. This one's a long way from over. And here comes Jaden Figueroa, and he puts his shoulder down and drives forward. And now we got a flag. And they're going to... The flag is going to be on Jaden Figueroa, I believe, for taking off his helmet. And they're saying, and officials seem pretty emphatic about it. And we're going to get the idea. A dead ball foul, personal foul. Oh.
On Central.
I thought the guy pulled his helmet off. All right. I hope Lloyd got that, because I sure missed that. Thank goodness all our webcast fans, Danny and viewers, saw that. It was right in front of us, but I didn't have a good shot at it. All right, so a 15-yard penalty is going to help the Brawley cause and put the ball at the Central 17-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Figueroa in motion. Gutierrez gives it again, and now Gutierrez seems to not be in quite the hurry he was. I think Brawley's controlling that Central defense a little better, Danny. Is that what it looks like to you?
Yes, they are, and it's settling down now. Now we're seeing some Brawley Wildcat football here. Maintaining the ball, controlling the clock, driving the ball down the field, which is the plan for John Self.
Okay, number 35 is Travis Tanner. He is a senior, came in from Imperial, and playing in his only season for Brawley. He's going to go in as what they call an H-back. Do you see where he's lined up? He's behind the left side of the line. Gives extra blocking, and it's a quick inside hitter on 2nd and about 6. And the Wildcats are going to be close to another first down, Danny.
Yes, nice play there by the Wildcats right now. Wildcats are still controlling the ball and controlling the clock, and that's something big for the Wildcats. And if their game plan works, then confidence comes up, and hopefully they'll continue to drive.
Central scored in exactly 8 seconds, so yes. Brawley needs to get a score.
Yes,
controlling the clock for the first quarter is not the same as putting points on the board.
Yes, that is true.
And a timeout, Brawley. They did not like something, so we will step back for a second with the score. Central 7 and Brawley 0. We will be back after this.
This portion of Wildcat Football is brought to you by Kickoff Parker Insurance Brokers, located at 350 G Street in Brawley. Stop by and talk with Jeff or Holly, or give them a call at 760-344-0600. That's Kickoff Parker Insurance Brokers. Go Wildcats from Kickoff Parker Insurance. Wildcat Football is brought to you by Johnny's Burritos, with locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. Johnny's, with a full menu of your favorite Mexican and American food and the best burritos in town. That's Johnny's Burritos. Go Wildcats from Johnny's Burritos in Brawley.
Okay, welcome back to Warren Field. If you're on the webcast, you never left, but welcome back anyway to the play-by-play. Tom Ronco, Danny Tombach. Under one. 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Brawley trailing by a score of 7-0. Quick strike by the Central Spartans. But Brawley has regrouped, and we'll see if they've recovered as they have a 3rd and 2 inside the Spartan 10-yard line. About a yard. 3rd and a yard. So now Brawley changes formation, put out a couple of wide receivers, spread out a little bit, maybe trying to get that defense to spread. Man in motion is Figueroa. The inside give is to Isaiah, and Isaiah Young is down to the 1 yard line or 2 yard line, and it'll be first and goal, Brawley Wildcats with 43 seconds to go here. We don't know if they'll get a playoff. Brawley, again, in absolutely no hurry, Danny, to run any plays.
No, they're not, but that was a great run play by Isaiah, and keeping his feet moving, getting the first down and almost a touchdown. So he's down at the 1 yard line.
One of the things that impressed me, I hadn't seen him for 16 months, was Isaiah. He's grown. First and goal, Brawley from the 2 yard line. And that time they are all over Isaiah, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. Okay, Central now keying very heavily on Isaiah. And
the first quarter's about over.
And we're going to let the first quarter run out, Danny?
Yep.
I believe so.
It.
Okay.
First quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, with Brawley knocking at the door, not as close as they were. They're now out to the 5. They were on the 2. But when we return for the second quarter, it will be the Wildcats with a second and goal from the 5 yard line, trailing the Central Spartans in the 77th annual renewal of the Bell game, 7-0. We'll be back.
This webcast is being brought to you by the Desert Review and Wildcat Broadcasting and is presented on thedesertreview.com and on Facebook at The Desert Review. Wildcat Football is sponsored by Kickoff Parker Insurance Company, A&R Construction, Brawley Auto Center, Smith Kendall Insurance and Real Estate, One World Beef Packers, and the Town Pump and Brownies Restaurant. And now, more exciting Brawley High Wildcat football.
Okay, back at Warren Field with 12 minutes put up, and the Wildcats now driving in, they hope, to the west end zone of the stadium. And a quick note on the Town Pump at Brownies, I was there for lunch today. They are open from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. as Brownies Restaurant. Then they close from 2 to 4, reopen from 4 to 8:30 at night, and they serve the Town Pump menu with the mesquite, wood, and everything else. Gabe Revelar moved his barbecue pit, as it were, from Westmoreland to Brawley. So if you want the same taste, stop on by. But right now we got some exciting Brawley High Wildcat football, and a man in motion is Figueroa, and to give his inside to
number 23, Isaiah, for the touchdown.
And Isaiah spun in there. I got so excited I had a brain freeze. But fortunately, my partner kept a cooler head. So a 5-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Young.
Isaiah Young. Yeah, great run by that kid. That extra effort, spin move, and then dove it, got it in for the touchdown.
Okay, Brawley hitting, as they usually do.
Yes, they are.
And not being able to use the weight room as much as they wanted to. And the kick by number 12.
George Harrell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jorge's back.
Yeah, Jorge George.
Jorge George is back.
Yeah.
So number 12 is the kick. And we have a tie ball game, Danny Tombach.
Yeah, so with 11:56 left in the second quarter, Brawley Wildcats 7, Central Spartans 7. We have a ball game.
We are back. And now we will see what happens. We will see what happens. Nice drive, Danny.
It was, Tom. It was. Good drive by the Wildcats. And that's the thing with Brawley Wildcats. They like to do the ground and pound, control the ball, and just take it down the field. And they did this time.
Okay. Is that Hato going to kick off?
Yeah, number 12, Jorge Hato. Or George Hato.
Yeah. Midfielder in soccer. And for some reason, they don't want that football. They want another football. I guess they're saying that's a little hard or something like that. Okay. And Ethan fires a strike out there, and Hato makes a nice catch. Hey, maybe, unfortunately, he's the senior in his last game.
Yep.
And, of course, the referee wants to try it again. And, who knows? Maybe we have, what was that, air gate or something with Inflate Gate or something with Tom Brady. Yeah. Yeah. So we have the opposite. We're accused of pumping them up too much, not softening them up. Okay. All right. Well, that's whatever that is. The referees are happy, so I'm happy. 11:56 to go, and here's the kickoff. And Hotto gets a good one deep over in the corner, and it's fumbled. It's a live ball. Oh, nice recovery. Central just could not get there. And wow, number 8 averted disaster. That is Fernando Morales. He's a senior. He's a young man, I believe, comes over every day legally to school to get his education at CUHS. And wow, Danny, almost.
Right. Good hustle by number 7, Isaac Reyes, on that play. Almost recovered that ball.
Nice kick by Hotto. It was a twister.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10. Reed is the quarterback, 6'6", has a man kind of in motion. He's going to give it. It's going to be the first running play for Central, and a nice gain for them as they open up a nice hole. Tackle out there, Danny.
By number 32. Number 32, Mario Cáceres on the tackle there.
Okay, Mario Cáceres steps into the hole and makes the tackle. So Central's now is always going to be in trips or doubles. So this is trips. You notice on your screen 3 wide receivers up to the left, 1 down the bottom, single back, and back to passes. Reed, they put a blitz on him, and they throw out into the flat, and Brawley misses a couple of tackles, and it's going to be a first down. And I don't know, let me see who that was, but he was not going down easy.
I believe that was number 8. Number 8, Fernando Morales, also a senior this year for Central.
Yeah, he's the guy that muffed the kickoff, but quickly came back. So Central started deep in their own territory at the Central 10, but quickly got out of it. And on first down, they're going to get a man outside, and nothing up the middle for number 22. That is Carlos Gomez, 5'11", 200 pounds, Danny. So he bounces it outside.
Yeah, so he bounced outside, nothing up the middle, and tackled by number 23 again, Isaiah Young. He's been busy all game, offense and defense tonight.
Not unusual for a Wildcat. Plenty of people watching saying, hey, that was me. 10:26 to go, 2nd and 2 for Central. And Central moving the football this time on the ground, trying to establish the ground game. And they do it. It's Gomez, and Gomez will have about 4 yards and a first down at the Central 45.
Yeah, misdirection run by Gomez, getting the Wildcats off their feet a little bit, but let's see what they do this next play.
Okay. And we'll see now, first down, Central a little quicker to the line of scrimmage than Brawley. Puts a man in motion, sets him on the left side, trips on the right side. Man now in motion coming in, and he's going to block, and they're going to run. And there's flags all over the place. I believe there were too many people moving.
Yeah, we had Brawley play a jump, but he didn't cross the line of scrimmage in defense, and they're okay to move. They might be against Central.
Yeah, they're all looking like they're walking towards Central.
Yeah, it's Central. Could be. Yep. So offsides on Central in that play.
Okay, yes. So from the Central 45, it'll bring up, of course, you repeat the down. So as you can see, 1st and 15. And the Wildcats now trying to be a little more aggressive, but you've got to respect. Now they put a man in motion, trips. They're going to throw out here to the right and over the head of number 8. That's Fernandez?
Yes,
Fernando Morales. Okay, kind of co-opt his name there a little bit, but that's okay. But 4 Wildcats that time were in the vicinity of the pass. So Brawley must have recognized something off what limited game film they have. Rookie Pena, David, the coach of the Central Spartans, has really been taking his foot off the gas and playing a lot of players. If you can see the Central side, which I know you can, a lot of players in uniform for both teams because there's no JV and no freshmen. So he kept everybody with you. 9:36 to go, and back to passes Reed. Reed's got a guy over the middle, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4 Wildcats. Now that means, however, poor Isaiah Young had two people out here to cover in the right flat.
Yes.
And at some point, the people up in the booth across from us might pick that up. So that's exactly how maybe the first touchdown happened. We were all over one guy and kind of forgot about somebody else. But for now, it brings up a 3rd and 15. So an obvious passing down for Reed, for the Central quarterback, 6'6", rolling out. He can run. The Wildcats coming up a little bit. Now he throws and has a man wide open. That just not very good defense. Number 3 lost Jaden
He might
Figueroa.
have passed the line of scrimmage. Their flags came out on the field.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, look where he threw it. So a good play by Jaden Figueroa, who knew more than I did, and saw that he was past the line of scrimmage and decided to come up and join in on the tackle. So with 9:22 to go, it's going to, they're obvious. Brawley has to take the penalty. You can't give him a first down. So a couple of penalties, and that's not helping the Central cause. And it's also a loss of down.
Yeah, so it's 4th down and...
Yeah, and Central will punt.
Yeah.
This will be the first punt of the game. Brawley faced a 4th down and went for it early in the game, and were able to successfully convert it. Sole returning back, or deep back, is Daniel Camilo Jr., and Central looks like they're going to kick it. Brawley almost gets it. And... Oh my goodness. He signals fair catch and then starts running, but now there's going to be a flag.
Yeah.
He signaled fair catch. So, and then, everybody, okay, all the refs, let's go. Everybody make a pile. Here we go. Make a pile. Make a pile. And this is good. This is a good crew.
Yes.
So far, they have not disappointed me. But, that's one of the ones where we don't need any more. One will suffice. Everybody saw that's not how you play football. So Camilo is now going to, rather than just catch the ball and stand still at the 35, is going to lose 5 yards for Brawley. So Brawley will now...
So what's the ruling on that? If you call a fair catch...
you call a fair catch.
But it hit the ground and it bounced towards him.
He can catch it.
Okay.
He can, because it's a live ball, remember, Hoville?
Right.
It's a live ball, but you can't advance it.
Yeah.
So he should have caught it and taken a knee, basically, is what he should have done.
Right.
So, anyway, Brawley football.
Well, that ball almost hit him. he didn't try to catch it.
Well, he didn't try to catch it. He was defending himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here comes a little end around and slipping, trying to make the cut for the Brawley High Wildcats is number 8, and that's Mr. Abarca. I think his Christian name is Damien. He goes by Ruben. I don't know what I put in one of the local periodicals, but anyway, Abarca will do for now. And he had, just could not get it. And normally in a bell game, we blame it on kind of a slick, kind of a November night. I don't know what we'll blame it on tonight. 8:36 to go, 7-7. Sorry, haven't been giving you the score. My apologies. Tom Ronco, Danny Tombach, and the Desert Review crew. In motion is number 23, and that's Isaiah. He's going to try to get outside. Runs backwards a little bit and then runs forward. Last week against Coronado, he had the same situation, was able to reverse field and take it for a touchdown, but no way no tonight. So I think it's going to end up being he got back to the line of scrimmage. So
no gain on the play.
No gain on the play. So Brawley slips on one play. Doesn't fool anybody on the second play. And with 7:46 to go, we got a 3rd and 10, Danny.
Yep.
At the Wildcat 30. And the Wildcats face this last drive and were able to convert. So let's see what they do now. Ethan Gutierrez has trips to the left. And he's going to go back to pass. Gets a lot of pressure. Thrown out in the flat to Abarca. Abarca, whoa, takes on that bad boy. And number 34 34 does a little flex. Yeah, right, 34. The guy's about as big as your little brother. I'm impressed.
Hey, that was enough for a first down. So
Yep, that's all that counts. Our Barker wasn't stopping until somebody put him down.
Yeah.
7:22 to go. Brawley converts a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Ruben Abarca, he's a tough football player. Especially for his size, real tough.
Hey, he's my Manny Pacquiao. Punches above his weight class. That's what I like about this young man. 7:20 to go. Second quarter, 7-7 ball game. Brawley with a fresh set of downs in their own territory. And, okay, they fake. That just didn't work. They fake the dive to Isaiah. Some reason or other, Ethan pulls it back and loses a yard.
Yeah, I think what he saw was because there was an option play, I believe. Isaiah was going for the dive. A slew of Spartans right there, thinking he could. Ethan thought he could bust out of there, but the defense read it pretty well.
Yeah, but you got to keep pounding the middle if you ever want to get the outside. That's kind of a axiom in boxing and Brawley football. 6:45 to go and counting. Brawley now with a 2nd and 11 from their own 41-yard line. They're going to put Figueroa in motion. Nice hole that time for Isaiah. Closed up pretty quick. They are keying on him, and well, they should. But he still picks up 4. So make it 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Isaiah exploding off the line.
Yeah,
he's moving pretty hard, trucking.
Good first step.
Yes.
Chandler Self's coming out of the ball game, and Daniel Camilo Jr. is coming in. Channy, usually out there to block at tight end, had a nice over-the-shoulder catch up at Coronado on Brawley's last touchdown drive, or second to last touchdown drive. Nice over-the-shoulder catch. 3:55 to go. And empty backfield, so the Spartans are sneaking up. They're going to come. Here comes the blitz, and Gutierrez is going to have to duck it inside. He ducks it, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And I believe the Wildcats are going to come up with their first punt of the night. So after fireworks lit up the sky, Central scores in 8 seconds on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Reed to Marini. Then the Wildcats took, most of the rest of the first quarter to score a touchdown, a 5-yard run by Isaiah Young, and now a punt by each team. First one for the Wildcats, and a quick kind of kick, little bouncy, and number 8 picks it up, and he almost sneaks around a block and finally gets kind of whirled out of bounds. Nice block out there by number 27. There ain't a lot of him. His name is Angel Ortiz. He's 160 pounds, and I don't know, that was probably pre-pandemic, but he did a good job of kind of holding his ground and letting the returner get a couple of yards. That's number 8. I always Fernando Morales.
Fernando Morales, number 8.
All right, so Central's going to take over. And they're gonna take over at their 40. Back to passes. Reed, way too much time. He hits number 24 going across the middle. That is Isaiah Nava Esparza. And you cannot give Reed that much time to look downfield. And again, the underneath, the Brawley knows they've got to give up some yards on that, but they don't want to give up too many. So number 2 passes to 24. And that's going to pick up a first down at the Brawley 43. Here's Reed again. Reed's going to try to maybe run a little bit, and Reed's going to run out of bounds. Chandler Self over there wanted to make himself personally known to Mr. Reed. They go back to Imperial. They go back to their freshman year. And the Brawley freshman team 4 years ago, 2020. Season, not had a tough time. So there's a lot of anxiety coming out with our seniors. 4:47 to go as Reed picks up 6, and now they're going to go to a running formation. And number 22 is going to worm his way through. Nice run out there by Carlos Gomez. Got a tackle down there for me, Danny?
Yeah, number 8 on the tackle on that play, Ruben Abarca.
Okay, so Abarca coming up. The rest of the Brawley line kind of occupying things. Brawley now's decided with third and short to bring in the beef, and that's number 75 for the Wildcats. That's Levangelist Pittman. And
We have a flag.
we got a flag.
Looks like it's on Central, I think.
Dead ball foul motion on Central. So instead of 3rd and 4, it's going to now be 3rd and 9. So again, a key penalty drives them back. And here come the Spartans, 3rd and 9. They're in Brawley territory, so this may be 2-down territory, Danny Tombach. Brawley now, again, with still some beef in the middle back there. And Brawley jumps a little bit, and now they're going to be offside. Apparently a neutral zone no, it's on Brawley.
It's on Brawley?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Brawley was drawn offside.
Yeah, they're drawn
Man,
offside.
how do I doubt you, Danny? How do I doubt you? At least you're not treating me like my old partner Slim Shady and saying, I told you.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, he did on a regular basis. Feel free. So, with Central now facing a 3rd and 14, the Spartans call timeout. And with a look at the scoreboard, Brawley 7 and the Central Spartan 7, which matches the 77th annual Bell game. We're going to be back in a moment.
Tonight's Brawley Wildcat football is sponsored in part by the Fine Folds at Fry Chapel and Mortuary Crematory, always providing the service and care needed for a peaceful eternal rest. Located at 799 South Brawley Avenue in Brawley. Phone number is 760-412-5537. Go Brawley Wildcats from Fry's Chapel and Mortuary Crematory in Brawley.
Okay, welcome back to exciting 2020 Brawley High Wildcat football in the spring of 2021. 4:07 to go. Central, after 2 consecutive penalties, takes the timeout to calm things down. Comes out and trips. It is 3rd and 14 from the 47 of the Wildcats, and a blitz. Reed throws underneath and slipping a tackle. Somebody had him and just couldn't bring him. That Travis?
Yeah, number 32, slipped off number 32, which was, Mario Casares missed the first
Mario Casares was in there, had it red, gave him an extra 3 or 4 yards, and I'm telling you, in a game like this of inches, that's, but good. Fortunately, Mario did part of his job, which is slow him down and get some help. Okay, that's what you do. All right, so Central on the Brawley 42-yard line is going to go 4th and 9 on the Brawley 42. They put a man in motion. They bring him back. Reed is going to throw. Brawley trying to get some pressure on him. They're going to go for all of it. And, did he catch it? Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Great coverage out there by Jaden Figueroa. But for the Brawley High Wildcats, who caught that ball first? That number 8?
Number 8. That's number 8 again. Fernando Morales on that touchdown play.
Wow, and that was good coverage. That was nothing but a good throw.
Yes.
To nothing but a good throw, good coverage, and that's going to cover 42 yards, and it's going to be a touchdown. And the kick, Danny?
Okay, so Central right now for the point after attempt. Number 25 is ready to kick the ball. And it's up, and it is good. Score now, Central Spartans 14, Brawley Wildcats 7. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter.
Okay, and we'll be back.
Nationwide is on your side, so you're up and down, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. So many things you're doing with your life. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call Hart Insurance Center, 898 Main Street, Brawley, or in the Prince Plaza, 1503 North Imperial Avenue, El Centro. Since 1945, we have a heart for personal service.
Okay, the kickoff is going to bounce, be picking up by number 4, and he's going to get kind of crunched. Not much to that. Return out there, Danny, by
number 4,
Kareem Gutierrez.
Yep.
Cameron, excuse me.
Cameron. Oh,
Cameron Gutierrez. And what's his name?
Cameron Gutierrez. He put the shoulder down. He took it.
He manned up.
Yes, he did. He didn't want to go out of bounds. He stayed in bounds on that play.
Nice twisting kick, sort of the same kick that Brawley was able to do that got away actually from Central momentarily. He put them on the 10. Fortunately, Brawley 80 yards now from a tying score, trailing 14-7.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, Reed, look, nice run, nice catch. Nothing you could do. Brawley now with trips. We'll see what they're going to do. And they look like they're going to throw. Gutierrez bounces around, and nothing opens up. And pressure gets to him, and Gutierrez goes down. So on 1st and 10, you roll the dice, and that time Snake Eyes. Brawley loses a couple of yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Brawley Wildcats. 2:47 to go. So Brawley, I think, trying to maximize the yardage for the time, Danny. But leery of giving that ball back to Reed.
Yeah, Reed right now, he's looking pretty good, especially as a senior. A lot of experience and
6'6". He's looking down the field, and Brawley is yet to even put a hand on him. Back to pass is Gutierrez. He tries to set it up, and that's going to be a forward pass, and we're going to see what they call it. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Yeah. I don't know why they took that so long. They should have called it the minute it was incomplete, but that's just going to get somebody hurt.
Yeah, the pass deflected by number 55, Joe Hargrave. He's also a senior. Lots of seniors in this.
Central. You can tell why Rookie Pena was very excited all winter long. I talked on and off with all the coaches, and David Pena was very, very excited about trying to get his squad on the field. So was Jason Turner, and we found out that almost didn't end well for Brawley either. So some teams didn't want to miss this season, and others may not have been as excited. But everybody's playing, and we're in the bell game with 2:19 to go, and a bad snap from center. And here goes Gutierrez. He's going to stop and try to throw, and that just was messed up from get-go. And he could not get enough arm. He had a couple receivers downfield, but just couldn't find them, and probably did the smarter thing. So Brawley goes backwards. Yeah, and Central's going to call timeout, and we're going to step back for this message.
Have you been to the new ag business in Brawley? Tony and Travis Ojeda are down on the corner of Best Road and Jones, across from the airport. Ojeda Industries has heavy-duty hubs, spindles, and trailer parts. They have American roller chain and all sorts of bearings. Of course, they have a complete line of hydraulic hoses and adapters in both standard and metric. You know Tony and Travis Ojeda, so stop by and see them.
This webcast is being brought to you by the Desert Review and Wildcat Broadcasting and is presented on thedesertreview.com and on Facebook at The Desert Review. Wildcat Football is sponsored by Kickoff Parker Insurance Company, A&R Construction, Brawley Auto Center, Smith Kendall Insurance and Real Estate, One World Beef Packers, and the Town Pump and Brownies Restaurant. And now, more exciting Brawley High Wildcat football.
Okay, exactly what I was afraid of. A bad punt by the Brawley Wildcats, and Central, as Jaden Figueroa tries to root it out of the end zone, gets 30 yards on the punt. And Central is in business, Danny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Central right now is in really good field position. And yeah, it's going to test the Wildcat defense right now.
Well, Brawley, give the Wildcats credit. They came out and tried to throw the football a little bit, shake things up, get out of there, hold on to it, maybe, steal a score. And now they're depending, as always, on their defense. 1:56 to play. 1st and 10 Central from the 29. They're saying the 30. Okay. Reed back to pass. Reed's now getting a little pressure. Turns, rolls, spins, and almost intercepted by Abarca. Holy Toledo. He read that one perfectly, just could not make the catch. And that would have been the half-saving turnover for Brawley. But it's showing that, Brawley's getting onto this and kind of picking it up as they go.
Yes, the defense is doing well right now. I mean, that could have went the other way, but good play by number 8.
Okay, time not a factor because the incomplete passes, not much happening. Here's Reed. Reed's going to try to run. Reed's going to get tracked down. He's going to try to throw, and finally somebody puts a hand on him, and he pushes him out of bounds. He will pick up about a yard. Nice pursuit out there by number 32 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Mario Casares on the pursuit there, pushing Jason Reed out of bounds.
Okay, Reed that time not able to look downfield because he was getting backside pursuit by number 41, Channy Self. So you got to give credit. He knew he could not stop to throw, and he wasn't a throw on the run. That brings up 3rd and 9. And again, Reed now with trips to the left, wide receiver to the right, almost fumbles the center. Brawley kind of staying over the middle, and nice throw, and no, knocked out. Great defensive play out there by Jaden Figueroa. Holy Toledo.
Yeah, that was a great play. He got his hand on the ball.
And got flipped over.
Yes.
But he didn't let go of pushing that ball out.
Yes.
So a great deal. Now Central is obviously either going to try a field goal or they're going to go for it on 4th. So again.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for it, Tom.
Okay, 4th down and 9. And Reed's going to try it again. Same formation. This time Brawley busts through, and they do a jailbreak, and down he goes. And Brawley buries the Central quarterback, led by number 21 for the Brawley High Wildcats, and he's pounding his chest.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. That's Charlie Lai, right? No, Dawson. Charlie Lai.
That play.
Charlie Lai Jr., Charlie Lai Sr., played with, ironically, is a graduate in the class of David Pena, coach at Central, and played with him at Brawley, class of 95, I believe, 94, 95. And I'm sure he's here and very proud.
He should be.
That was a great play.
Yeah.
That was a jailbreak. They sent everybody and thought they could get to him. Reed's not quite as boisterous as he was. Back to passes Gutierrez, and he's instantly in trouble. Now he looks, he's going to throw. Now he ducks and goes out of bounds. And Wildcats are going to lose a couple yards on that and go out of bounds. And it's 1:24 to go.
Yeah, Ethan Gutierrez went out to the left side. He tried to look out for receivers out there, but they were covered. So, yeah, actually a good play, just running out of bounds. We lost a couple yards, but we'll try again for 2nd down.
Okay. All right. 1:24 to go. 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats. Up steps Ethan. He's got a lot of room. Throws outside over to number 23, Isaiah. And Isaiah spins out, goes out of bounds, takes down one of the Shank Crew boys. And they're going to go over there and help the Chain Crew up. Those guys got to learn to drop them things, man.
All right.
Don and Bob still at it. By the way, Don Shank, who's over there on that chain gang, I'm pretty sure, or normally is, was the one telling me that they went out to Coronado Island in 1957 and beat Coronado High. back when Brawley was just a little bitty school. And he said back then they literally were asked when they got there, where's Brawley? Literally. In the 1950s, this was not on anybody's radar. El Centro, however, was the training grounds for the San Diego Padres Pacific Coast League team. So they knew where El Centro was. A 103, 113, a bomb, and not able to get there was David May. Ethan Gutierrez, I mean, he aired it out, just out of the reach of Nathan May, and again, under a little bit of pressure. So now
Ethan does have a gun. That was a 40-yard throw.
Yeah,
straight throw. I mean,
excuse me.
Yeah, that was almost completed. Little overthrown.
Unfortunately, for the Wildcats, there is still 1:11 left to go, and they have to punt. So Central will get this ball. Figueroa holds on to it, gets a nice punt off. This time, still not very far, and it was taken by Morales, and man, he was off to the races. A flag comes down. Now another flag's going to go in, of course. This is called cover your bro.
Yeah, number 8, Fernando Morales from Central on the return on that one. Let's see.
Okay, personal foul, and that's going to take 15 yards. So the punt was to the Brawley, let's see, okay. They would have had it on the Brawley 47, plus a 15-yard penalty equals the Central 37.
37.
Okay. Check my math.
I'm counting hash marks.
Okay.
No.
And 102. I told you they'd have more than a minute. I didn't know how much more. Well, let's see what Reed does now. And they are in a running formation. Take a look at this. This is double tight end with an H-back on the left side, 2 running backs, and I mean, that's like everybody. This is student body forward. And no, they didn't get anywhere. Number 22, Gomez, is the ball carrier. And did you get a tackler on that?
Yeah, number 31, Chris Camille, filling in that hole and making that tackle.
All right, good job up there by the front line of the Wildcats, including Travis Tanner and May. And this time he's going to try it again, and this time same thing, and that's May there, and they're just going to let him go. So Nathan May, who's had his great moments this year, and I don't, can't remember any bad ones, making the most of his senior year, and May comes up with a strong tackle, so 2 runs get nowhere. And that's going to be it. Yep. That's going to run out the clock, and we're going to go to halftime. A look at the scoreboard. Central 14, Brawley 7, but it's a heck of a game, folks. Don't go anywhere. They're going to have some things at halftime. Never know quite what Athletic Director Billy Brewer is up to. He will not be our guest. We're going to talk a little bit and keep it here. But first, we're going to step back and run the old billboard from way back when and go to halftime.
Brawley High School football is brought to you by Wildcat Broadcasting and the DesertReview.com and is sponsored by Smith Kendall Insurance Company, OK Rubber Tire, Hart Insurance Centers, Connie Stokely Insurance, the Dom Team for Real Estate, D&M Water and Mark Myers Financial Services, Clicka Parker Insurance, Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro, Carter Taylor and Lidco, Clayton Drain Tile Maintenance, Jordan Central Implements, Desert RV in Brawley, the committee to elect Tom Story for judge, Dr. Barnitsky and Division Care Center in Brawley, The Man Company,
Tom Story for judge.
Great Straight Line, Ojeda Industries, Brant Beef, Fry Chapel and Mortuary, A&R Construction Company, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Locals 465 and 569, Turner Trucking. The committee to elect Dr. Lorenzo Suarez to the Pioneer Memorial Hospital Board, and Brownie's Diner and the Town Pump Restaurant. Now, here is the Wildcat broadcasting team of Tom Ronco, Will Torres, and Andy Burnett.
Wow. That's going to be erased from memory. Welcome to halftime. The score is the Central Spartans 14, the Brawley High Wildcats 7. It is the 77th renewal of the bell game. And let me quickly recap the scoring for you in case you just joined us. Remember that at on Facebook.com, The Desert Review, or on YouTube at The Desert Review. Sometime tomorrow, our halftime guest will upload the video from tonight, the webcast from tonight, and it's there for you for whenever. So relive it all you would like to. So far, if you're a Brawley fan, probably not wanting to relive the first half as much as we hope the second half. Game opened up with Brawley receiving a kickoff, going 3 and out. And with 9:45 to go, Central took over. And at 9:37, number 2, Reed, the quarterback, hit number 14, which is Gavin Miriani, with a 40-yard touchdown pass. And boom, 7-0 Central. But the High Wildcats, as Danny Tombach, my partner, predicted, would put together a drive. They started at their own 24. And with 11:56 to go to start the second quarter, scored on a 5-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Young to tie it up. It stayed that way. Brawley had a couple of chances, but it started to exchange punts. Central put together a drive at 3:14 and scored on another touchdown pass. This one a beauty from Reed, again, transfer senior quarterback from Imperial, 6'6", 205 pounds, and he found number 8, and that is Fernando Morales, and touchdown Central. And after some kind of excitement the last couple of minutes of the half, that is our halftime score. Joining us tonight, a man who is more critical to this webcast than myself or Danny. I won't say who else because that could cause some family discord. But and that is Lloyd Miller of the Desert Review. A lot of you know Lloyd from lots of different places. If you lived in Brawley, you probably know Lloyd. And he's the guy doing the video. And one of the things that both the Desert Review and Wildcat Broadcasting have done in the last couple of years is try to get him the equipment that he needs. Okay? So back when we were running that other billboard way back in the day, it got a little rough on us. But right now he's just getting good at it. So we welcome Lloyd.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, we're progressing, and we are really enjoying covering the Wildcats. We've covered every game this short season, 2020 season, which is only 6 games, and we really appreciated the salute to the Border Patrol and armed services that we have here tonight. The police and the fire department. We have the fire department from El Centro and Brawley with their trucks out front with the flag, and it just shows kind of a salute to this big game. It's a great game, and it's the bell game, and so I really appreciate doing this, and I think we've learned a lot, but we're trying to do the best we can to give everybody a shot to what it looks like, since nobody can come out because of the COVID pandemic.
Well, obviously, a few people have snuck in, so we
the
won't.
The stands are full.
We won't. It's funny. Yeah, that's. I won't go into that. I'm not going there. Okay, that's. You can cover that on the news site.
There you go.
You can cover that on the news site. If some of you don't look up into the booth, which I don't blame you. Okay. We actually stole Lloyd from the sidelines. So you're doing photography. This, in this case,
Right.
Okay, is nothing new. You are a photographer.
Well, this is a video camera. I'm
Yeah.
usually down on the field. Before I was doing the shots of the field and the plays. And
Do you find any similarity? I mean, you felt like down there, did you learn to get an eye for things?
yeah, definitely. Just follow that ball and try to predict where they might be going, which sometimes I don't do very well. But I try.
We gave you a wider angle. Oh,
she says, okay.
Turn you up. You turn yourself up. There you go.
Test.
Lloyd is
check. 1, 2.
Lloyd is also.
Is this on?
Yeah, you're good.
Test.
Lloyd is also the engineer, so he's busy all the time. I'm pretty busy myself. Danny carries his weight, but this guy's busy from when we get here to actually after I leave. So I ain't gonna go there.
Danny's a busy man. He does a lot of things. He's got a lot of irons in the fire, shall we say.
There you go. Commitment for the fall. We will be back, right?
Oh yeah, you bet.
Okay, the investment in camera and went to 5G this year.
Yes, 5G, 5 bars. We're good.
5G, 5 bars. Yeah, doesn't matter if you're 5G if you don't have 5 bars.
That's right.
Okay, and all of this has been a process, and those of you who have been with us since the start. And again, I have to give a personal thank you to both Lloyd and Betty because I literally was homeless when KROP just closed the door and walked away. Walked to New Mexico last I heard.
Yeah,
so,
no idea.
Yeah, well, that's the last I heard. But anyway, and suddenly there was, we needed to put, we had what we felt was a good broadcast crew, but that's not where the internet was going. We thought of a podcast, but we already knew people were like webcasting from the stands.
That's right.
And we thought, why not do it right? And again, Lloyd's honed his skills with the Cattle Call Parade.
Yep, and we've got the good equipment, and it's when we get it working, it's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah, and we've been to some strange places, back of a pickup truck at Canyon Springs, right?
Or got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Last week was kind of an adventure. They weren't too accommodating to us at Coronado, but we made it work.
They were very friendly people.
Yeah, the people were okay. Once we got in there, it was fine, but we went through some hoops to get in there. So we will be back in the fall. The first game is at Valley Center, and we will be there. So pandemic or no pandemic, we normally don't get a big crowd up there. Yeah. So people can start to depend on us home in the road for your home for Wildcat football.
Oh, yeah, and thank you to Reach, Johnny Wharton and Reach for the flyover. That was kind of put the icing on the cake for the national anthem.
Yeah, he has to get permission to do that, by the way.
Well,
no, I mean, he does.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, this is not something he just doesn't hop in it.
Donnie knows people.
Oh, he does. Well, he's the mayor, isn't he? Or
no, not anymore, but he was.
He was the mayor.
You still have to call him Mr. Mayor.
You have to call him Mr. Mayor. Well, you go to council meetings, and I'm sure he gets called a lot of things. Hopefully, Mr. Mayor is among them, because all the council members.
No, Donnie does a great job.
People, it's like being on any kind of board or anything. People only show up when they're angry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when you take the job, you got to go in there knowing that, okay, everybody sitting out there is here to grind some kind of an axe.
And that's not often. That's not often.
No, not with the, no. I think the city of Brawley, you cover it.
I do, and they do a great job with what they're working with, and they're trying new things, and they're trying to bring more business to the city, which is what we need.
Oh, yeah.
And get that downtown revived and the whole 9 yards. That's a lot of it.
That's a lot. That's a pretty big agenda.
They got a lot of stuff going on, though. Look at all the stuff that has happened in the last couple of years. We've had a lot of nice things.
Okay.
Come to the city.
That's come from an observer. Lloyd, is you write for the Desert Review also?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you multifaceted person. So
I'm actually the publisher.
Oh, well, publishers are allowed to write once in a while, aren't they?
Once in a while, if they let me.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, do you feel, I know when I came to you guys, you kind of looked at first like, we're going to get involved in what? But quickly I felt the vibe that you said, hey, this is for Brawley. This is something we can help with. And that's pretty much the attitude of the Desert Review.
You bet. We cover local stuff. There's lots of national news, but we cover local events and stories and try to keep it as a local newspaper with independent journalism, which is what a newspaper should actually be.
Okay, and people, I know everybody watching has seen it, unless you've never been to the Valley. You see it in different places. It comes out in a print edition every
Tuesday, and we're online 24/7. There's no paywall. Get on the desertreview.com, and you can read all the stories and obituaries and whatever you want to look at anytime, 24/7.
And supported by the community of Brawley.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the key to this. I was talking with one of our sponsors actually today, Doug Dom from the Dom team, and kind of brainstorming about the fall and everything else, and it's just the things in general. And of course, Doug played for Brawley families, Brawley.
He's a big supporter.
Yep, and a big supporter of everything, and trying to brainstorm to make sure we, that these things can continue.
That's right.
And we need to thank all of these people, and actually a lot of the sponsors that quote unquote sponsor Wildcat Broadcasting also sponsor your print. So
right.
it's one kind of big family, and we appreciate that. Brawley Cattle Call Parade. You didn't get to shoot it this year.
No.
Last year, are you hearing anything on that?
They want to do it, and they're hoping it'll go this year.
Okay.
So I'm all for it. I think we should just do it. We need to get out and live and open things up and open schools up. But I can go on and on about that.
I was going to say.
I'm done with this COVID
If you want to read any editorials, go to thedesertreview.com and just look for the publisher.
We want to hear Danny play in his band. We want to live. We want to live our lives. We want to get out there.
You are on like suicide watch. I'm sorry. And you are also a guitar player.
Yes, I play guitar and drums. Not at the same time.
Oh, come on.
But
harmonica maybe and
cymbals
guitar?
between my knees.
Okay. All right.
No,
do you ever played with Danny's band?
Yes, I've played with Danny before. Yes, I played drums in a band with him once or twice. A couple of times.
Yeah, a couple of times. Okay. So, see, I didn't even know how big a family we were. This is
like we're all related. It's like Arkansas.
I only thought that when Bill Clinton was president. Anyway, with 1:32 to go, I'd like to remind you the score of the 77th Bell game is 14-7, and going to look for a good second half. Lloyd is going to videograph it for all of you. Danny and I are going to bring it to you. We're going to bring Danny back in a moment. We want to thank Lloyd for stopping in and being our halftime guest and keeping it in at least the Desert Review Wildcat Broadcasting family.
There you go. Thank you so much, Tom and Danny. You guys are doing a great job, and let's get this second half.
You got it. We're ready to go. Okay, we will be back and in a moment, and let's give a couple of shout-outs to our sponsors, and Danny will be rejoining us.
Nationwide is on your side, so you're a Don Kid look-alike. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. So many things you're doing with your life. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call Hart Insurance Center, 898 Main Street, Broad, or in the Prince Plaza, 1503 North Imperial Avenue, El Centro. Since 1945, we have a heart for personal service.
Exciting Brawley High Wildcat football is brought to you by Desert RV, locally owned and operated by Joel Gonzalez. Joel and his crew offer RV storage and service, and now offer auto body repair and paint, as well as a full line of truck accessories. Stop by Desert RV at 1552 Main Street in Brawley, or call them at 760-344-9200. Desert RV, a proud sponsor of Brawley Wildcat football.
Tonight's Desert Review broadcast of the Brawley High School football game is sponsored in part by Dr. Donald Barniski of Vision Care Center, located at 260 Main Street in Brawley. Dr. Barniski provides adult and children's vision care treatment of eye diseases and contact lenses. Phone is 760-351-2020. Go Brawley Wildcats from Dr. Barniski of Vision Care Center.
A&R Construction, serving the Imperial Valley since 1988. 1631 River Drive in Brawley. 760-344-4653. They are the proud sponsors of the Brawley Wildcat broadcast from the Desert Review.
This portion of Wildcat football is brought to you by Kickoff Parker Insurance Brokers, located at 350 G Street in Brawley. Stop by and talk with Jeff or Holly, or give them a call at 760-344-0600. That's Kickoff Parker Insurance Brokers. Go Wildcats from Click.
There was holding, so it's the line of scrimmage was the 45. Okay, the line of scrimmage was the 45, and so the penalties marked off from there. So actually, it's only a loss of 3 yards, but it negates the other 12 that Central gained. Does that make any sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Oh, it does?
It does.
Yeah.
Well, the blocks look good on my end. I guess I missed the hold. Yeah, I missed the holding on the. Well,
it was in the middle of that scrum of people.
Yeah.
11:09 to go here in the third quarter, and Reed is back to pass. He throws a screen. Brawley's there, but I'll tell you, Gomez is not going down. They're tackling him kind of high and with their arms, and he just flat dragged a couple Wildcats for a couple yards.
Yeah,
including Chandler Self, which is no easy task.
Yeah, and J.J. Gutierrez was there on the tackle first. He had wrapped his legs.
Yep.
But it was arm tackle, like you said. But yeah, these guys are strong boys, and he was able.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of seniors on this Central team.
Yeah.
And they've been waiting 16 months for this or more, about almost 18 now. So here are the Wildcats, third and short. And no, Gomez is going to bust through.
That's enough for a first down.
Little smash mouth football by the Central Spartans. So on third and short.
Yeah.
Third and short, they get 22. Nice run for a first down.
Yeah, so
and the ball is now just over midfield to the Brawley 49.
Yeah, Central trying to pound the ball a little bit right now. We're doing some ground and pounding. Let's see.
Now they're in a running formation. They have the double tight end, the H-back, and the give is going to be to Gomez. And Gomez cuts, spins, but staying with him out there is number 31 for the Brawley High Wildcats. Did not let him spin out of his arms. Nice tackle out there by Chris Camilo.
Yeah, Chris Camilo, number 31 on the tackle.
Okay, so a gain of a couple. And again, Central coming out in a number of formations. I don't believe they've used that double tight end before tonight. Coach John Self did not tell me about it. He did say to look for doubles, and here they are. Double wide receivers, double slots, one in motion. Now you got trips on the left, and let's see where Reed goes. Reed is going to get by Nathan May. He's got a man deep, and it's Fernando Morales again for a touchdown. Morales just streaked past the Brawley defender, and that's Isaiah Young is kind of a distraught. But I'll tell you, this Morales kid is the real deal, and that is going to be a 49-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, Fernando also a senior, like we discussed earlier, so he has experience, and you know. All right, so 9:15 left in the third quarter. Central back ready to kick the field goal. Number 25 back to kick, and the kick is up, and it hits the uprights, and it is good. So he gets a central bounce, and the ball goes up the uprights. Okay, 9:15 left in the third quarter. Brawley Wildcats 7, Central Spartans 21. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tonight's Brawley Wildcat football is sponsored in part by the Fine Folds at Fry Chapel and Mortuary Crematory, always providing the service and care needed for a peaceful eternal rest. Located at 799 South Brawley Avenue in Brawley. Phone number is 760-412-5537. Go Brawley Wildcats from Fry's Chapel and Mortuary Crematory in Brawley.
Okay, welcome back to Warren Field and the Desert Review and Wildcat Broadcasting webcast of the 77th annual Bell Game, and where Central has taken a lead, and Brawley's going to let it go out of bounds. That'll be a flag, and Brawley will get it on the 35-yard line. Good decision out there by number 4 for the Brawley High Wildcats. That's Cameron Gutierrez, and
a smart play by him, getting
very smart.
Yeah, that's 15 yards a game for the offense right now, and we start off at 35-yard line. So smart.
Okay, so the drive will start at the Brawley 35, and Brawley, really figuratively speaking, I didn't want to trade points with the Central Spartans, but at the moment may not have much of a choice. And again, a lot of seniors against 5 or 6 for the Brawley High Wildcats, and that's what this is about, though. They everyone feels they deserve their chance, Danny, and they're getting it. Ethan Gutierrez, the sophomore, is your quarterback for Brawley. Lone running back is Isaiah Young. And the give is going to be to Young, and Young's going to run forward. And that time, a pretty nice little hole out there for Young. So Brawley, again, who took most of the first quarter, 10 minutes, and into the second quarter to score their touchdown, picks up 4 on first down. And you do that every down, and we got a first down. That's the Brawley. Right. That's Brawley math.
Yes,
that's Brawley math. 8:49 to go. The clock is ticking. Not necessarily Brawley's ally at the moment. No, so Brawley now comes out on 2nd and 6 from their own 38 and trips to the left. And here comes Central. And I don't know what that play was, but Ethan Gutierrez took it and ran right into the middle of the line. And
I think Isaiah Young, the ball was intended for Isaiah Young handoff, but took off a little quick.
Okay.
That's really like he was going to.
All right, number 41's coming into the game for the Brawley High Wildcats, and that's Chandler Self. So Channy being used in and out of the game today. Brawley going with different looks, trying to get wide receivers out there, spread that Central defense out a little bit. Nothing new. 7:52 to go here in the third quarter. Brawley trailing 21-7. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. And back to pass is Gutierrez. He sidearms the pass out for Abarca, and nobody there. Young ran out of bounds by number 58 for the Central Spartans. So he's got a target on his back. That's Zeke Osuna, 5'9", 180 pounds. Surprise, surprise, a senior. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of these guys waited for Central at least 16 months to get out here on this field, and so far it's been their way. Brawley's going to punt with 7:42 to go, and it's Jason Figueroa. And wow, Figueroa, he should have went down as he gets almost blocked. The ball goes out of bounds at the Brawley 41-yard line. You got to learn to do a little acting there, man. He got
a lot of contact.
But he was able to. He's such a good athlete. He didn't go down. Come on, Jaden, dude. Come on, try it at least. No harm in falling down. All right, Central's going to take over with very good field position at the Central 42-yard line with about 7:40 to go here in the third quarter, and up 2 scores, 21-7. All right, back in the double tight end, H-back, and the give is going to be to Fernandez, and he slips a tackle, and he's just tough. And, man, I'll tell you what, Central is, that's Isaiah who went down again. Number 15, and I think 15 is being told you're blocking with a little too much enthusiasm. So they are obviously targeting, as you can see, Isaiah. Just kind of find out where the play's not ending, and that's where you're going to find Isaiah. 15 is Charlie Sullivan, 6'1", 195. He's just a sophomore, so him and Isaiah will meet up again in the fall. 7:04 to go, 2nd and 9, same running formation. And again, trying to weave his way around is Fernandez. And he is going to be tackled down there, ankle tackle by number 32 for the Brawley High Wildcat. Is that Cazares?
Yep.
A lot of chatter going on now.
Yep.
You see a lot of heads turning back and forth, Danny. So this is no pandemic bars being held here. All right, 3rd and about 7. Reed has him in the shotgun. Now has 4 receivers. Throws out in the flat to guess who. But Fernandez is wrapped up and pushed down. On top, number 3 for the Wildcats. On the bottom, number 6. That would be Jaden Figueroa and J.J. Gutierrez. And for Brawley, pretty much they're 2 seniors out there. So they're stepping up in the bell game, and they're going to force a central punt.
Well, good job for the defense for the Brawley Wildcats. We held them to 3 and out. So
yeah, now Brawley needs to. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Brawley's going to have much better field position than they did. And you got to watch out. Oh, almost a bad snap. Nice kick. The central kicker kind of tries to spin into a Wildcat, but it doesn't work because he has his back turned. And the ball goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So Brawley will start from the Brawley 25. And, the clock now becoming the ally, Danny, of the Central Spartans.
Well, we'll see what the Wildcats do next. They probably have to throw the ball a little bit more now with the time running out. Well, we still got 1 more quarter to go, so 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Brawley still can ground and pound for a little while, but we'll see what happens in the next couple minutes.
Well, the defensive stand, and again, it's been the same all night. Brawley has been able to stop everything but the arm of Reed. I mean, that's just the difference in the ball game is Reed and Morales. And kind of a give, and nothing there for Isaiah. That just took a little too long to develop. And it'll be a loss of about a yard. Need to remember, too, for Wildcat fans, that this is Isaiah's first year on the varsity, and that, he's not had a whole lot of time to get used to it. And sometimes you might ask yourself, well, why are we going to play, say, Valley Center to open up the season next year, Danny? And part of it is to set a mindset. That's going to be a good football team. Rob Gilster does not invite us to Valley Center because he thinks he's going to lose. Right. But we have a chance, and we need to learn how to pound. And this is, unfortunately... Oh, Isaiah Thomas is going to break it. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Brawley Wildcats. Holy Toledo. We knew we would break one, and he breaks it right now.
Yep.
And he's tired.
Yes, he is. Great run by Isaiah. Great run. Way to break. We talked about the explosion of Isaiah off the line, and he exploded right through the hole, and, touchdown.
Yeah. Ethan Gutierrez and all the euphoria kept looking over at Coach John South. How many are we going for? And we are going to bring in Jorge Haro, double J.
Yep.
And he's going to try it, and here's Danny.
All right, so Jorge Haro right now, ready to kick the field goal, or the point after attempt, and the kick is up, and it is good. We got to hold that one. So now Brawley Wildcats 14, Central Spartans 21. 4 minutes 47 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We have a ball game. We'll be right back.
This webcast is being brought to you by the Desert Review and Wildcat Broadcasting, and is presented on thedesertreview.com and on Facebook at The Desert Review. Wildcat football is sponsored by OK Rubber Tire Company, Jordan Central Implements, Desert RV, Brant Beef, Carter Taylor and Lidco, Clayton Drain Tile, and Fry Chapel and Mortuary. And now back to exciting Brawley High Wildcat football.
All right, Danny. He pounded and he pounded and he pounded and he pounded. He lost 2 yards on basically the same play. Right before that. And then was able to come up with it.
Yep.
with 4
minutes 47 seconds. Yeah, great job by the offensive line of the Wildcats. With their blocking, opening up the holes. All right, so
we'll give you the line. We'll give you that line in a minute. A little bounce, and this time the Wildcats are there. But I'll tell you, Central's got some athletes.
Yep.
And they're hitting out there. I'll tell you that much too. I don't know how much this season's been kind of sloppy, to be quite frank, but not tonight. Everybody's come to play tonight, and it will be on the 30-yard line. Coach John Self talking to Chandler Self, who's going to take the defensive signals in and share them with the team, and on the headsets with JV head football coach without a football team, Rick Rubio, and we'll see what they come up with. Reed is a quarterback, kind of man in motion. They're going to throw outside, and they throw right in front of Chandler, and slipping a tackle was Fernando Morales, and I'll tell you, that's Channy seems to be hurt, I think, as he's getting up. He needed help getting up, and he never needs help getting up. So first down for the Central Spartans as they started out on the 30-yard line. And Brawley's going to call a timeout. And I think it's they had the play, but again, Morales undoubtedly, Danny and Reed, the best quarterback and end we've seen. And, last week we saw freshmen miss a few long passes, but Reed didn't miss any of them. 4:12 to go here. Timeout, Brawley. And like I said, I think somebody's not well. Is that Channy?
Then that's number 3.
Oh, number 3.
Jaden Figueroa.
All right. So a lot of the Wildcats a little bruised, a little battered. Doc Fareed out there. Anybody will cure you of anything, it's Doc Fareed. I'll tell you what.
Yep.
If I get sick, fly him up to San Jose, man. Don't trust me to them witch doctors. But anyway, here we go. 4:12 to go, and it's going to be a give. Oh, nice burst. Oh, that's Gomez. And again, just tough. It's tough out there in the trenches, and we're going to beef it up a little bit, sending in number 72 for the Brawley High Wildcats. That is Tomas Rubio, and he's a senior, and there's nowhere to leave it, Danny, but right here.
Yep. A gain about 6 yards on that play.
Okay. Gain of 6. Central now suddenly midfield, kind of pounding.